I like your pants. Super cute.
You remember these from New York? You remember these from
You
New
got
York?
them from the thrift store?
Yeah, that's what I wore with the little red shirt.
I need them. I need them up off here.
No, they be falling off my waist, so I got it tied real tight.
I need them.
I got it tied real tight.
We need to go. We need to take a little thrift store.
Because we haven't been since September.
We haven't been.
It is time.
It's time to go rack up.
It is time to go rack up again. Which one we said we was doing?
You go.
Is it too late? I like that.
Okay. Is it too late?
Is it too late? So, are you finding...
You got to welcome us back first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I gotta welcome? They know what it is. Welcome back to the Halfway Grown Podcast. I'm Alana.
I'm Key.
Because we don't be introducing ourselves.
We
but that's
don't.
all right.
Y'all just know who we is.
Because the tags be at the bottom, but I want y'all to hear our voice when we say it.
Heard.
Welcome back. And today we got a fun little topic because people be at our heads, which thus makes us be at our own heads. We be feeling like, because as we identify as creatives, we identify as influencers.
Yeah.
And people who be on the internet and making money from the internet. But also we've had professions before this, like niggas was 100%. In the workforce.
100%.
Is it too late for us? Is it too late for us?
I don't think it's ever too late to change your life around. You know, those viral little posts that always go around like, oh, KFC started when he was 44, which I don't know if that's true.
Because I don't eat KFC.
McDonald's started when he was 50 and all that. And like, I love seeing those kind of posts because, you know, you think at this grown age of 34 that you so old, but you really not.
You really not. You really not.
You really, I just a baby.
I just a girl.
But you think that you're supposed to have your life figured out by now, and
my frontal lobe just got
10,
here.
I mean, some people do. For the people that do, love that for y'all. But it's not about how much money you make or anything. It's like you could be making good money in a job that you hate,
which happens a lot,
and then be thinking, but a nigga really just want to paint.
Yeah.
I just really want to go paint, and thinking like there's no avenue for you to go paint because you need to provide for your family. So you think that you have to stay stuck in the 9-to-5 cycle, and you very much don't.
Yeah. And we've seen that not only are we too old, but like the whole get a real job notion.
Get a real job.
Which chafes my ass. It makes me so mad. And like with this recent ban of TikTok and just seeing how the internet hatred warriors was coming full force for people who really felt a way about no longer having access to this app. And I'm like, it is a real job.
It's a real job. People think content creation is like turning on the camera. Like, no, you have to turn on the camera. You have to plan it out. You have to think. You have to edit.
Yeah.
Only for to get 19 views, and you still got to wake up and go
and do it again.
Do it again the next day but with consistency, every single thing works out, and that's in anything that you do. Whether you want to go be a painter, whether you want to go take a picture of toenails, you know, you can make.
Who's taking pictures of toenails?
I don't know, but if you need a model, I think I got pretty cute feet. So
Devin gave me the green light to start my profile on the feet app.
Please send me the link.
Somebody told me you just need $5 to join
rings on it. I could put little flowers on it.
I said I'm gonna just get the tripod and put it down real low, and then I'm gonna just have it, and I'm gonna just be moisturizing my feet with baby oil the whole time
with the little music.
Literally.
Like little okay, it's giving sexy.
It is. I don't know what them kinks and fetishes people have. It ain't my problem.
You know what I wish I would have did?
What?
Shot breast milk at the camera. Do you know how much money?
No.
Dude, they would have never seen my face.
Shot breast milk at the camera?
Yes, when I was breastfeeding, because my milk it shoots out, so I could just be shooting titty milk at the camera.
But on what platform?
The Hub? I guess it was probably OnlyFans. Is that still a thing?
I think so.
Subscribe to my titty milk.
You be surprised.
I put little flowers around it.
You be surprised.
Sunflowers, roses.
I've even heard of people who be selling their drawers. They sell their dirty drawers. Or they will put egg yolk and rub egg yolk in their panties and mail it off. And they be like, they so dumb, they don't even know the difference. I said,
see, it is something out there for everybody. Clearly, people out here making money off putting egg yolks in their panties.
It's never too old. It is never too late.
It's never too late.
But on a serious tip, like I actually value and like creators more when I know like their backstory. Like people who were in nursing for X amount of years, or they were a teacher for 10 years and they transition, because you come with that experience into this new industry, and just seeing how they pivot and translate. And I am a Tabitha Brown girl. That is my girl. And to see how she has taken off in her mid-40s. And she's just getting started.
And she started in her late 30s.
Yeah.
Very much so. Like, started getting big in her late 30s. And, I mean, she is that person for everybody to see that it's literally...
She's on my Mount Rushmore.
Like, Vera Wang started when, like...
Really?
She started when she was pretty old. So, I'm like, it's never too late. I think the worst thing that you can do is never give it a shot. Mm-hmm. Never try. Like, whatever it is, whatever weird thing that you think it is that you think people won't buy, or people, it's always somebody out there that's going to be interested in what you are interested in.
Yeah.
100%.
And even if it's not like something that you want to be an entrepreneur in, if it's just a pivot of the industry, but the general notion of like finding disdain in people monetizing off of the arts because you don't feel like artistry is what, like the clothing we have on, the jewelry we wear, the books we read, the shows that we watch on television, like the cars we drive, all of that is art that somebody designed and 100%. Crafted, and they need to be paid accordingly.
I mean, because we got bills to pay. So I understand. Like,
it chased my ass.
You want to get paid, but just even for me growing up, I went into the healthcare field not because I grew up thinking, oh, I wanted to save lives and help people.
I really like your earrings. I didn't see them until now.
Thank you.
They're really pretty.
Ching. But I went into that field because I knew it was safe. I knew that I would be able to keep a job. I knew that I would be able to make money.
Yeah.
I've always been a fashion girl. I've always loved fashion. I mean, anybody that knows me from birth until now will let you know. People were shocked when I went to school and I did healthcare. Really? Which is another reason why I felt like I did it, because I felt like people always put my face with like, oh, fashion and being pretty, and like, oh, she's going to go to school, she's probably going to do journalism or something easy. And I'm like, no, I can do hard too. So it was more of an insecurity, I would say, for me, of thinking, oh, people think I'm dumb, so I'm gonna go into the healthcare field and show them I ain't dumb, because that field is respected, and it was like, boo boo.
Yeah.
If you would have just followed your dreams
in the first place
when you were younger, you would be so much further. But God's plan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now. Yeah. I'm doing what I need to do now, even pivoting from healthcare to real estate, because I'm like, well, real estate, I can never lose in real estate, Yeah.
When did you know it was time for you to shift from healthcare? Like, what was that?
Oh, my gosh. I probably was like 3 years into healthcare when I was like, this ain't for me. But let me try to do something else. Yeah. So I started traveling. Now, I love traveling. Snap was able to travel with me. We was no kids. We was traveling the U.S. We lived in the Virgin Islands. We lived in California. We lived in Houston. We were living everywhere. Like, it was so fun. We were living out of suitcases. We were having a blast. And I was still unfulfilled. Because I knew like how creative I was. Like, I'm such this creative person, yet I'm working in a hospital. Like, doing a good job. Like, so grateful that I get to help people, but this is not, I'm not using like what God gave me. That's kind of how I was feeling. So I pivoted. But even when I pivoted out of healthcare, I went into real estate because I was still looking for safe. Yeah. Which now I'm just like, we ball.
Because ain't nothing safe.
Nothing safe. And I'm just like, you either going to go all in, or you go keep being half-assed. And when you half-ass it, you get half-ass results. And I'm like, no, get at your all. So here I am.
I was in education for 7 years, and that was that's my first love. I enjoy working with youth. I enjoy working with students. But I knew, and I always said this too, working around, because I was never a teacher. I was like a college advisor and a program manager, so like auxiliary support role. But working alongside teachers, and I would always say, like, I don't ever want to get to a place where I feel so jaded that I'm projecting onto the students that I work with, because they don't deserve that. And I would witness that from other teachers and administrators who, hell, at that point were tenure. So they have job security. They're not going to get fired and they're not going to quit. But you can tell they don't want to be there. And I respect that profession too much to rub that energy off on them kids, because they don't deserve it. And I started feeling that way because I knew I wanted to do more. But I took heed to that like instantly. But yeah, I started feeling that way. And I remember at the time I was working at a university, but directly working with high school students. And I was just learning photography. I was just getting into documentary filmmaking. And it was like, it's time for me to go. Like, it's time for me to go. I enjoy this. Like, it's consistent, and I don't know what I'm doing outside of this, but it doesn't give me the same feeling. Yeah. And this was this was before COVID, but this was at the top of 2020. And then lo and behold, everything ended up happening in 2020 anyway. So I would have left that job anyway.
Right.
Or the job would have released me in some capacity. But I was 30 and feeling the need to transition and to pivot. And honestly, my mom told me the day I had left, I had quit, and my mom had told me that she was proud of me for leaning into my dreams and giving it a shot when I was really into documentary filmmaking and working on the Kinlock doc, and her telling me that. Like, my mom was at Southwestern Bell for almost 30 years before she got laid off, and my dad was at General Motors for 30 years, and I cannot imagine doing the same. And I respect it. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful.
My goodness.
I am grateful for those who came before us and established those routines and went to work every day so we can have what we needed.
Yeah. My dad's been at his job for 20 plus years, and he still gives me the speeches today like, you need to be the first person there and you need to be the last person to leave. And like, no. Yeah. Like, them people don't give a hell.
They don't.
About you.
They don't.
And if something happened to you tomorrow, nigga, they would have you replaced.
Your job
like
would be
very much so. Like, I respect the older generation and how they feel about jobs and all that, but
it's not the same.
I think that the millennials and very much so the Gen Zers and all the people that come behind them have very much caught on to no, we're not doing this.
My dad was up for retirement for 3 years before he actually retired because of the fear of, like, I don't know the data. I should have looked this up. But the people who die within 6 to 12 months after retirement, because it's like their life, your face. Who
knows?
But people actually believe that their life declines because they grew up in this place of employment. They've watched people come in, they put in all of these hours, and they don't have anything else going outside of their job. And so I couldn't imagine you dedicate your life to something for 30 years and you're like, okay, so what do I do next? What do I do? What is my purpose?
Yeah.
Nigga, go play golf. Go sign up to a poker tournament.
Listen.
Come get these grandkids. I will give you I'll give you a list.
I feel like that's most people fear though, like what's next, or most people don't feel like they know what their purpose is, but y'all not talking to God.
Y'all heard Key.
You know, you're not talking to God. You don't know what your purpose is. You so confused. You know you hate doing what you doing, but you're not talking about God about you're not asking no questions. Like, you out here trying to figure life out on your own, and that is very much the problem.
And it's not working.
It's not what you want to do. It's crazy. I'm in Proverbs, so I'm very much learning a lot. And it's like, you can do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You can try it. Mm-hmm. But if that is not God's plan for you and God's purpose for you, then it's probably not.
You're going to keep hitting the wall.
Work out.
You're going to keep hitting. Or you may experience success, but that success would even still have a cap on it.
Oh my gosh. It's like, I've been at a point where I've been successful.
Yeah.
You know, I've been at a high point in my life where I was working a 9 to 5 in the hospital, and I had a business.
Yeah. You was had that bankroll.
I was out here living good. You know what I'm saying? But I was so depressed. I was so depressed. I was so sad. And I'm just like, this is not worth it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is not worth it. I was still so unfulfilled. And then when I started giving my life to God, and when I started getting in my Bible, I'm like, oh, I'm out here trying to do my plan.
Yeah.
I haven't really sat with myself and said, okay, God, but what you want from me?
Yeah.
You know, what you want me to do? And then when I did, and he threw ghetto Bible stories at me, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not my lane. Like, I don't want to be in the faith industry. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
I want to have an intimate relationship with you, not an open relationship. I think that's a very scary industry to be in, because it allows for people to judge and say, you or you, baby, y'all read y'all Bible if you judging anybody's life out here, because God used the most trifling, and I ain't saying I'm trifling, but I'm just saying God used the most trifling people out here to do things for him. And I had to really like sit in it and bask in it and be like, okay, okay, God, like, I'm on this journey. It's very new for me. Here I am, 34 years old,
followers later,
with 2 kids, starting over, completely over a whole new industry. It's scary, but also it's not scary, because the Lord is my savior.
Excited, like it's like a small piece of it.
It's exciting, but I'm very much still coming into, dang, Lord, this is it. Like, I wanted to be Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't think I would. What you gonna call me next to a pool pit? Lord.
Not you guys. You couldn't be in the front with the big hat
imagine, but I'm like, I always ask God, you know, what you want from me, not what I want for myself. But then he tell you what he want for you, and you like, oh, you gotta be careful. You best to be careful with what you ask for, because God said, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I want for you. Now it's up to you if you obey or not. And if you don't obey, baby, go read about Lot's wife.
I ain't trying to. Nope.
Go read about how she turned into a pillar of salt because she looked back and he told her not to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't keep looking back at what I was doing when I was making all this money, trying to run back to something that I know that God told me to walk away from.
In a perfect world, an ideal world, like what do you want to do? What does Key want to do?
I want to be a writer. I am a writer.
You are a writer.
I am a writer. And I said, I am a writer, and it's not in the way that I want it to be, which I'm still very much working on my own projects. But God has made me a writer for him.
The way you're able to break down scripture and the way you're able to break down stories, like, that is a ministry in and of itself, because not everybody can do that, because it can 100%. Be very confusing.
Even when I first did it, I'm just like, her God, like, I'm gonna do it. And I was just like, oh, okay, like, okay, like, I get the vision, like, I get it, like, I'm gonna tap into a community. A lot of people don't read the Bible because they say that they can't understand it.
Fair.
But when I read the Bible, I'm reading it, but I'm, you know, I'm that little girl watching those movies growing up, taking my imagination somewhere else. So it's a story to me. So I'm putting the story together. I'm giving them names. He call them 2 prostitutes. I call them Shantae and Kim. You know, I'm like, okay, Shantae and Kim. These 2 prostitutes. Sorry that they got to be Shantae and Kim. They can be
Kim do.
They can be Becky and Allison. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, okay, God, I get it, because when I used to write my notes down, I used to be like, Judas is a punk asshole.
He is.
You know?
He is.
And my friend was like, this is so ghetto. And then God was like, ghetto Bible stories. I was like, oh.
Message.
Got a little ring to it.
It do.
So it's never, ever, ever too late. If you want to start over, just start over with me. Yeah. I'm at the very, very beginning, but I know for a fact it's not even about money for me anymore or anything. It's about that I am walking in my purpose with God. And now that I know I've got a God idea and not my idea, I know that it's going to work out. 100%. She got a God idea, not my idea. Like, go talk to God. Go talk to God. Ask him what do he want for you in his life. Be patient and listen, because I got mine mopping on a random Tuesday afternoon while listening to a sermon, literally mopping the floor. It came to me, and you go no. Don't think it's you. You go no when it's from God, because it's going to be something that you ain't never thought of before. It's going to probably be something you don't want to do, but you asked for it, so obey.
Yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Let me find out they finna have you in the front row with the big hat. Keontae Dawson.
Good girl.
Let me find out. Let me find out, First Lady.
I'm gonna have to get up there and sing.
You are. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, like I said, at the probate with the balloons.
Bye.
What do I want to do? I also want to tell stories. Yes. I want to continue highlighting underrepresented people, places, and spaces, and educating people on corners of the world that often go unlooked.
You do so well at it,
but get paid well to do it.
Amen. Because you need them bills paid.
Like my idea of success, outside of just like financial security, of course that is a heart desire of mine, but like I want to go on GoFundMe and clear people's accounts like anonymously.
Oh my gosh.
They just go there one day and is everything paid for. They don't know who did it. Like,
yes.
I want to help fund couples who are starting the IVF process, like, because we were fortunate enough to have our insurance covered, but that's not everybody's story. Stuff like that. Like, I have a mentor. Like, I want to have mentees, like
100%
coming in like that. It's just a cyclical process of giving back, specifically to the areas that mean something to me.
100%.
And it don't hinder my bank account either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helping other people.
Yeah,
acts of
service.
Service.
That's my top.
That's my top love language
too.
Yes. That's what it's all about though. It's about giving back to and nothing against other races, but those black girls that was like us that feel like they're put in a space that they can't build their own table. You very much can. And I feel like we are going to be two people that show that you can do that. And we did it in our 30s. Like, we did it.
And when you think about it, too, for the niggas who be talking about it's too late. Am I supposed to die now? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, what is the number when everything is supposed to be established? And if that's the case, what is the point of living if everything has a cutoff date right at that moment? Like, my grandpa worked at the Harris Casino. At the casino.
The casino.
He was a police officer, a security guard. He was a chef. He was a self-taught carpenter. Like, all the way, not up until he died, but until he was well in old age, because he loved learning. And like, that's the energy that I want to have. Like, don't put a cap to my learning because your dusty ass don't want to keep
keep your dusty ass at Walmart,
right?
If you want to keep working there,
and if that's what you want, then
there's nothing wrong with that.
Don't bring that energy over here.
Yeah, we need Chick-fil-A workers. But if I want more for my life,
that should make you mad.
That should not make you mad. If it does make you mad, then you're a hater.
You are a hater,
and you do check the Bible. You may be related to
Judas.
Nah, Cain. Cain and Abel. He was a hater. You just may have hating in your blood. That may be a descendant. So it goes back. It goes back.
But as for me.
As for me and mine, we're gonna live our best lives. We're gonna do the best,
and I'm gonna keep trying.
100%.
And I'm gonna keep
stay consistent. It will work out.
All in all, it ain't too late.
It's never too late.
We just getting started.
Mark
our words. Mark our words. I see constant evolution for Ghetto Bible Stories.
Amen.
I see the scripture cards and the virtual Bible studies, the in-person Bible studies, the journals, the devotionals. I see the documentaries,
speaking life into me,
the shows, the photo shoots. Yes. I see us like, what you doing next weekend? Nothing. Like, bring the kids. We going on a yacht.
I see us on the stage with Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Definitely Tabitha.
Beyonce. And Solange.
Okay.
And Solange.
Love it.
Yeah.
I see us changing the world. I see us helping a lot of women, black women, moms, wives.
Yeah.
Everything.
Just
by being authentic and being ourselves.
Right. One fashionista at a time.
Okay.
Never too late, never too late, never too late. You want to close us out?
Well, we thank you guys so much for being here.
It's the switch up for me. It's the reporting live, Channel 5.
Bye.
We will see you next time. Peace.